Hey, this is Notser, and we are in the Tier 9 German destroyer Z-46 or Z-46. She has 19,900 health, a top speed of 37.5 knots, 6 128mm guns, 8 torpedoes, a surface detect of 5.9 kilometers, and 46 AA defense rating. For my modules, reduced crit chance on main armament, improved aiming accuracy, improved torpedo rearm, reduced crit chance on steering module, improved propulsion, concealment. For my commander, preventative maintenance, last stand, improved torpedo rearm, advanced firing training, and concealment again. We are on the map Tears of the Desert, and this is probably the most, this is of course the most recent video in the Z-46 for Notser. But this is my legitimate Z-46. I earned it. I worked all my way up to it, and I'm sure there's many contributors who have done the same, but I just want you to know, I don't know how to play it anymore. It's a nerfed state compared to what I had way back in the day, and if you have any solution other than send torpedoes on cooldown, play defensively, this enemy Des Moines is just within his radar range, and I'm giving distance. I felt that was what he's going to do, and I also feel like he's going to stop in the smoke. You might have caught sight of the Udaloy. The Udaloy is the one who popped that smoke. I don't know who is responsible for the smoke on the left side of the screen, but I am intrigued, definitely. And enemy torpedoes my way, but we're plenty of distance back from it. It's not going to hit us at all. I mean, who cares? But the Z-46, what does it have? Well, it's 128mm guns. It has, I believe, 8 torpedoes, right? I said 8 torpedoes. And it has a really fast torpedo rearm, and it looks like a friendly is able to take out the enemy Des Moines. Huge mistake by the Des Moines, by the way. So I'm going to stay in the center because I don't want the enemy to capture it. I am working my way towards that enemy destroyer. There's something over there that popped the smoke. It wasn't the Udaloy. It's way too far away. What could it be? I do have hydroacoustic, and I am very excited to use it, but I just don't feel like the Z-46. It just doesn't feel rewarding at all. I have no interest in firing my guns unless I can guarantee lots of damage or whatever, right? If you know, just tell me. You know, we're trying advanced firing training. I don't have a 19 skill commander. I'm thinking about getting Demolition Expert, do sort of a dot build where we alternate between floods and fires, and hopefully we can kill them off that way. It just feels so awkward. It really does. The Soviet destroyers, they have a great feel. The American destroyers, they have a great feel. The Japanese, The Germans, They just don't feel well developed. And we run into the culprit for that smoke. It was an enemy Kagero, and he's in a pretty bad ship. Kagero is not very impressive. It wasn't impressive at Tier 9, and it certainly isn't impressive at Tier 8. So we're just going to work him down. There's not a lot of enemies that can actually engage me, funny enough, in this position. And he ran in the island. I mean, he's obviously nervous. Why? What can he do, right? What can he do? He tries to pop smoke. He hides, but he doesn't really hide. I have hydroacoustic. And we have an enemy Shimakaze, and I have no idea where those torpedoes are going. Don't know what he was targeting. He wasn't targeting us. I don't know. I don't know what he saw. And I'm going to try and stay within contact so I can kill him. Yes, I'm risking the ship for damage, but if I take this Shimakaze out of the fight, there's only one destroyer left, and it's an Udaloy. So I can basically be very safe in my operation because the Udaloy is going to have terrible concealment. Every Soviet destroyer basically has terrible concealment. They usually run full-on gun systems, and why not? It's actually beneficial, and look at these. Some of these shots are pretty impressive. Anytime you're firing at a ship that's wiggling like this, just fire at the ship, because he's going to wiggle back and stay in the shot. That's what happens, and we're not really having a big deal with it. Oh, please don't kill me. I really don't want to die. Yes, okay. It was worth it. Please don't kill. Okay, we're good, we're good. Probably shouldn't have popped my smoke there, but you know what? I didn't want to die, and my life was flashing. Very much so. But yeah, it's just not impressive. The concealment is terrible. The firing, I mean, you might as well not fire. You're going to have everyone trying to kill you. The mobility is awful. I just don't know a good solution, guys. Do I not pick up propulsion and get steering? I think the steering time is like 4.5 or 5. It's awful. It's just so sluggish. The whole thing is so sluggish. Survivability expert, maybe that's a play you could go. Just to give you a little bit more health. It's not much, but it's something, right? And yeah, I don't know what this guy's doing. I don't know why he's sitting on the other side of an island, spotting and taking tons of damage from the enemies, and he probably doesn't know either. He's out of the match. But we're capturing the center. I know that the Udaloy cannot get close to me. There's about 2 to 3 kilometers where he's easily detected, and he's going to be afraid. Straight up, he is not going to move towards me at all, and I am not going to fire my gun. At all. I mean, at all. 583? No. But we'll send our torpedoes, Maybe we'll hit them, maybe we won't. I'm just going to try and maintain objective control. That's really all I can do. And this is going to transition a little bit to another topic. I have been playing ranked play, and I'm enjoying aspects of it. I like sort of trying to subvert the meta to some degree. I like to provide spotting intel and try and get on the other side of these cruisers that love to sit in smoke and spot them and force them to be uncomfortable. But I don't get any XP for doing it. So I find when I'm playing like that, we have to win. Otherwise, I'm going to lose a star. Now, isn't that the stupidest thing you've ever heard? Why does the game almost discourage players gathering intel for their team? If that was an avenue that a destroyer could try and exploit, maybe the German destroyers wouldn't be so bad. But it feels so underwhelming. Everyone is just straight up better at the game and better at dodging torpedoes. They just are. So having to rely on that as your primary means of damage is just terrible. That's why the Japanese are bad too, honestly. Some of them are good. The Shiratsuyu feels good. Gun systems leave something to be desired, of course, but that's Japanese. The Akizuki feels fun, but that's not really Japanese. I mean, yes, it has a Japanese name, but it's like a Soviet or a Russian on vacation. I mean, it's not Japanese, okay? But these torpedo-focused builds just don't give you anything. People are just better. They play too far back. I can't fire my gun. If I fired my gun at this guy, he could easily outshoot me. Even though I feel like I'm a pretty good shot, I just can't compensate for the massive advantage that the Soviets get with their velocity. It's just an easy shot. It's just an easy shot. So I have to just be passive, just move forward every once in a while, really get comfortable with the Udaloy. It is a naked Udaloy, so he doesn't really have good concealment. And we're just going to keep him spotted. We're not going to let him get comfortable. And for whatever reason, he is very uncomfortable being spotted. That is not how a Soviet destroyer should be playing. You should not feel uncomfortable when you're spotted. You should feel like this is an opportunity to take salvos off of your teammates. That's really what you do well. The speed, the guns, that sort of thing. What do the Germans do? Well, they're big, they're slow, they have not as good velocity of their shells, so it's harder to hit at range. They don't have all the advantages that the Soviets do at range. Well, okay, let's go about torpedoes. At this tier, my torpedoes reach out to 10. Guess how far the Soviets reach out at this tier? It's either 8 or 10. They're not giving up anything. Nothing. What are they giving up? Nothing. And for whatever reason, the game has decided, Wargaming has been like, well, I mean, it has basically the same fire mechanics, so it should operate similar. Yeah, no, it doesn't. I might try just a full steering, just to see. I've tried it before, and it just didn't feel like I was doing anything. Nothing like the Soviets, and the Soviets are getting buffs too to their guns, their gun damage. Oh, but the AP's so good, Notser. Oh, that's great. Yeah, all of the enemy battleships and cruisers and destroyers are really going to let me AP them to death from 13 kilometers out. Yeah, don't think so. So I pop my smoke. I'm trying to harass the Kutuzov, any battleships or cruisers that might be interested in straying too close to me. This enemy Grossa Kua first is very aware of his positioning and he's trying not to take any damage, and of course, that's what you're supposed to do, but it's not fun for me. So we're going to transition to the Friedrich der Grosse, and the Friedrich der Grosse is moving forward, and yeah, see if we can set them on fire. It would be nice if I had Demolition Expert, of course. I just don't have a commander that's high skilled enough, but we will eventually have all of this, and I will still be disappointed, based on everything I hear. So, as I'm moving out, I feel confident that I could send my torpedoes at the enemy Der Grosse. And the Der Grosse seems to be moving forward at a fair rate. So we just send at the indicator. There was no intent to change direction, speed, but you know what? The premium Der Grosse changed his mind. So there's a waste of a torpedo set. It feels so icky. It's like, I can't fire. The ship is just not maneuverable enough in order to justify that risk. There are cruisers that feel like they turn better. I mean, it's pretty bad. It's really bad. And people say, you know, you're being sort of negative about the German destroyers. I am a German, oh, not a German, but I am a destroyer connoisseur. I love these suckers. I love things that no one should love. And I don't even love this. And I don't feel like I'm missing something. I mean, I might. That's what the comments are for. But I don't think I'm missing something. I would love Superintendent so I could get another smoke. It feels like I have to always fire behind an island or fire and smoke. It feels very selfish. It feels like the Belfast or the Fiji in ranked play. These are ships that rely on their teammates to be successful. They are not by themselves successful, but they can find some success. But the main gameplay element of those ships is to be selfish. Sit in your smoke, fire at the enemy, and require your team to give you intel. Now, it looks like we might actually get 2 torpedoes on him. And he's at 26. Our torpedoes do almost 20,000. Not quite enough to kill him. There are just too many people. I can't fire. I can't. The friendly Yamato, I don't know what he's doing. He's killing his ship. Yeah, he killed his ship to the Grossa Kua first, but the Der Grosse is dead. We still have objective control. I'm going to use my last smoke charge and try and get a little bit of damage on the enemy Grossa Kua first. The Candyman. His hydroacoustic is probably, what, 6? 7? I want to say it is very close. This is very dangerous, honestly. I was thinking back, you know what? He has hydroacoustic, doesn't he? Yeah. Yeah, he does, Notser. And he could probably use it right now and screw you over. Imagine that. Imagine if he would use that. But I don't know why he's not using it. I switched to AP. It's the only time I get to AP anything, and the AP shell's as mediocre as you would expect. Oh, but the Germans are really good at it. Yeah, really good at mediocrity. So the enemy's dead. We still have control. The Udaloy's in the background. I'm going to try and fire at him. The smoke is going to dissipate fairly soon because it's obviously the Germans are just too good. You have to give them crappy smoke. You have to give them, you know, the terrible turn, massive ship. I mean, they're just too good. They're just too good. I want to love these guys so much. I want to love every destroyer. I'm really excited about the Soviet destroyers that are coming. It's more of a great gameplay element. Long-range sniping or long-range harassing work with the Soviet destroyers. It feels great. It's very rewarding. It doesn't feel like it's broken because people can obviously hit you and punish you and do all that stuff. But this just feels like, yeah, I can't do anything. And as I moved to try and punish the Iowa, or maybe the Montana, the Udaloy, I want to kill you so bad. There is an enemy Zao that is off to my eastern side, and I don't want anything to do with that. Okay? The Zao is not to be trifled with. He will kill me so fast. So I'm going to be trying my best to keep the Iowa from spotting me, but trying to get on his flank to send torpedoes. And we lose a friendly, but the enemies take out... We lose a friendly, but the friendlies are able to take out the enemy, Montana. And the Iowa, bow on, very lazy. I could send torpedoes at the enemy Zao. Maybe he's not expecting it. The Iowa certainly has a playstyle that would suggest he expects to take damage east of his ship. I don't know what is the tell. And I was like, oh man, it's so hard. It's like, oh yeah, the Iowa. Yeah, send it at the Iowa. Oh, he's just gonna keep bouncing back and forth and have the island right in front of him being bow on. Yeah, that's great. That's real great. Oh, great. There's aircraft overhead too. And we're detected. Surprise! Yes, we're in the area. Is the Zao gonna? Nope. No, Zao's not gonna fire at us. Good. Udaloy still alive. Iowa still behind the island. And that enemy Kutuzov apparently is gonna move close enough that I could punish him. And I definitely could punish him now. Look, someone hit a big citadel. Maybe 9,000? 10,000? It's so annoying. Isn't this so annoying, guys? Whenever you get in a situation, it's like, I really want to kill you. And it's going to take me 10 minutes to rotate around this island just to be in position to punish you. And he has no incentive whatsoever to move the ship. And you take a quick look, you're like, yeah, he's pretty low. The chat screaming, kill secure, and I'm going, yeah, we secured that kill. We didn't let him get away. At least I'm trying to. Come on. All right. That was a kill secure. And I don't even care at this point. So what if the Iowa could see me? Big whoop. The only other ship that can fire on me is the Zao, so I send in the channel, or the area that I think the Iowa might be. The friendly Der Grosse is probably going to die to the Iowa secondaries. Yes, he does. Or he actually dies to... No, the Zao kill. Wow. This got real close at the very end. If I'm dead, or if I died earlier on, the objective would probably have fallen to the enemy, and we just wouldn't have the play that we needed to keep control of the game. But I'm not going to be rewarded for spawning or making sure the objective... The only objective I got was Defender and the capture. That's it. That's all. But I felt like I had to do what my team needed. I don't care that the game isn't telling me expressly, this is what you need to do. I just felt like I needed to make sure that was closed. And wow, this got so close. Man, if I was dead, if I would have died 10 minutes ago, what? And he left, he put a middle finger in the chat. Oh, wow, that wasn't really sportsmanlike. All right, so the Z-46, mediocre. Oh yeah, we got 3 kills, 76,000 points of damage done, a base capture, base defenses, 2,269 base XP, top of the team, but I was able to kill off some destroyers, take them out of the fight. That was worthy, but could I have done it in a US or a Soviet better? Probably. 47,000 in HE and 19,000 in my torpedoes. I hope this was interesting. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I'll catch you next time.